Morning Show.
Muy buenos días a todos y bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy es el martes 23 de enero. ¡Wow! 23 de enero. Ya rápidamente, entre una semana, estamos al final de enero. Y como el tiempo vuela. Good morning, folks, and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. Today is Tuesday, just in case you didn't know, the Tuesday the 23rd of January, and my, time not take time like one time. This is almost the end of the month of January. Within a week, we should be on the 30th, and the following day, the 31st. And it's as if Christmas was just a couple of weeks ago. Really, it's gone a month now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful morning here in Orange Walk. Kind of warm and very hazy and lots of fog this morning, which indicates that it's going to be a rather hot day. But then again, we have the general weather forecast coming right up. But first, let's go directly to our prayer. Como siempre, y hablamos en español y inglés porque reconocemos de que tenemos nuestra audiencia que habla tanto español y algunos hablan inglés, pero algunos que hablan solo español o que hablan inglés también, pero prefieren o lo entienden mejor en español. Así que, y pues aquí es para satisfacer la audiencia. Un gran saludo, compañeros. Padre, te damos las gracias por todo lo que nos das. Hoy nos permitiste un día más. Hoy nos permitiste abrir los ojos, poder vivir. Gracias, Padre, por la buena salud y por las fuerzas para poder cambiar. Gracias por tu paciencia. Gracias, Padre, por la justicia, porque provees para la justicia en este mundo. Gracias, Padre, por las experiencias que nos envías. Gracias por todo, Padre. Gracias por ese amor incondicional que tienes para nosotros. Te pido que continúes bendiciéndonos y como siempre pido por los enfermos y las enfermas. Pido también, Padre, por nuestros familiares. Pido por todo lo que pide la gente en la privacidad de sus corazones. Padre, ayúdanos hoy, que tengamos un día exitoso. Ayúdanos a poder salir, como siempre pido, de las garras del egoísmo y poder ser más generosos, más amables y más felices. Padre, muchas gracias por todo, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. If you've just joined us, it's exactly 6 minutes after 7 o'clock. This is the general weather forecast for today, the 23rd of January, and the general situation is described as relatively moist easterly flow prevails. The 24-hour forecast: cloudy spells with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms along the coast this morning, inland this afternoon. So there exists a possibility that we may have rain this afternoon, and mostly over the south tonight. Well, it doesn't mention what part of the country, what part of the inland portion they're referring to, because it could be northern inland, central inland, or southern inland. And well, let's just hope that we don't have excessive rain, and if we do, perhaps maybe it would be just a bit. The winds blowing from the east at 5 to 15 knots. The sea stayed choppy. There are no advisories in place. Temperatures along the coast 82 degrees as a max, 73 as a minimum. Inland 86 degrees as a max, and 70 degrees as a minimum. And in the hills, a cool 75 degrees and a low of 64 degrees. The outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, is similar weather conditions prevailing. So we don't expect much of a change for tomorrow. The tides, a high tide this afternoon at 23 minutes after 2, a low tide at 10 minutes before 9 tonight, a second high tide tomorrow morning at 2:44, and the second low tide at 8:04 tomorrow morning. The sun rose this morning at 6:26. Actually, when I left home this morning at about 6 o'clock, 6:05, it was still pretty dark and lots of fog. But as time quickly progressed, I was walking down to Otrobenka Road. It became day, and some of the fog began to disappear. But I gather that in some areas it is still laying, the fog is still laying low, and I'm kindly asking all drivers, to please take maximum care on the road. Please take maximum care on the road. You may not see the bike, you may not see the person ahead of you, so please drive slowly so that at least you have time to be able to see the person ahead of you. The moon rises this morning at 7 minutes before 11 and sets at 11:26 tonight. Thank you, Francisca Wellington. And all those persons working at the Met Service, thank you guys, thank you very much, because you're up from quite early. I noticed that it's updated this morning at 28 minutes after 5, which means that you have to travel all the way to Ladyville at the Met Service, which means very probably that you are up from way up before 5 o'clock, and that you're at your job slightly after 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to acknowledge our sponsors. We need to acknowledge our sponsors. The Honorable Elodio Aragon, Honorable Gaspar Vega, I'm sorry, and Mr. German Vega, Miss Karen Vega, Mr. Eduardo Vega, and also Mr. Derek Gillett from Gillett's Meat Shop. Thank you very much. Telemedia, thank you very much. Government of Belize Information Service, thank you very much. We'll be awaiting now a call from our faithful friend, I apologize, Miss Delvey, because she has been sharing with us every Tuesday and every Thursday, some sort of poem that helps to enlighten us and helps us to grow spiritually. So, do we have Delvey on the line? Good morning, Delvey. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ¿cómo estás?
How are you, Mr.? Bien, ¿y usted?
Muy bien, gracias. Muy bien. Me da gusto que puedas hablar español también.
Sí.
Claro que sí. Delvey, what do you have for us this morning?
Okay, this morning I have this one entitled Wonderful Grace. Or it is by His grace that we,
yes,
get to be up this morning. So, Wonderful Grace. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Wonderful grace. In the wake of the morning, my eyes behold His splendor. The Lord's grace unfolds like the greatest gift that cannot be returned to the sender. The sun smiles at me as everything in nature comes to life, without a fuss, without worries, without strife. And all things seem to be grateful as they take their due course. Smile you then, as bright as the sun, for any situation you are in, it could have been worse. The day turns into nightfall, and everything searches for a resting place. And away above the great big sky, the moon doesn't shine or hide its face. In all God's splendor, in all His wonder, we are called by Him to rejoice in thankfulness and humility, graced with the power of choice. Just as the sparrow and the eagles are attended to, for without due worry or fear, how much more does a grateful heart relish in God's care? So smile. It could have been the other way. Be thankful for God's grace. Be thankful that you are here.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was quickly trying to look up some sort of reference to God's grace, because I like that. I like that poem, and unfortunately, I didn't have the time to do that. But I will do that for next week Tuesday's edition, and. Questions are, what is the dispensation of grace? What is the difference between mercy and grace? What is common grace? What is sovereign grace? What results from, and how do you get to be in God's grace? You know what I mean? Those are questions that keep popping up, and a lot of people have questions, but to be in God's grace is beautiful, but you can only be in God's grace, as far as I know, is when you are at peace with Him, when you are at peace with yourself, and when you are doing good towards your fellow man. Do you agree with me?
We experience God's grace when we do that.
Yes, we experience grace.
You wake up, whether you're sitting on the street side or whether you're bringing a castle, we are under His grace.
That's right,
but
exactly.
We experience it by those things that we listed.
Exactly.
Be good to our fellow person, living the way God has us to live. Because if someone is on the street side, maybe drinking or doing something they're supposed to do, they're under God's grace, because even though they get up and do the things that God doesn't want them to do, they're still up. That's grace. They didn't have to get up.
Mm-hmm.
But to experience the fullness of His grace is to be able to get up in the morning. People actually smile when they see the sunlight. You wake up, you hug a lover, you experience that, the fullness.
I just want to quickly share
We're
this.
all under His grace. Yes.
And it says, divine grace is a theological term present in many religions. It says, it has been defined as the divine influence which operates in humans to regenerate and sanctify, to inspire virtuous impulses, and to impart strength to endure trial and resist temptation, and as an individual virtue or excellence of divine virtue. So we're pretty much on the same track. Thank you, Delvi. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Bye-bye now. You too now. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we will go on a break when it's exactly 16 minutes after 7 o'clock, and then we'll be right back with you after these messages. Let's go on a break.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rostras, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado, German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rostras. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get buff.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the town of Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the town because we have a lot of the youths there where they come out and want to play ball the same way. And this just a put up on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new court because it's so official and it's something new to PG, in a whole.
I have to thank the government of Belize because then they look out for PG,
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Hey, Jenna, remind me to buy credit when we leave here.
Again? Jeez.
I need to buy data.
You really should just sign up for the data basic plans from Digicel. It's perfect for data lovers like you.
What's that? Because I don't want to change my number.
Keep your number. All you're doing is just paying once a month for data allowance. That way you get way more data than buying day to day, and you pay less than what you're always spending on clothes. Just select a plan that suits your budget. They're as low as $24.99.
Are you serious?
Yes, there are even larger plans that families can share the data.
I like the sound of that. You can look now.
Digicel prepaid customers, come into any Digicel office and ask about a data basic plan that is right for you. The bigger, better network. Digicel.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 21 minutes after 7. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, a este segundo segmento del Sugar City Morning Show, cuando son las 7:21. Buenos días a todos, un gran gusto saludarles. Pero también es importante presentarles hoy por la mañana y darles la bienvenida, y de igual forma, a dos personas súper importantes para estos días, súper importantes siempre, pero en particular para estos días, cuando el esmero es tratar de llegarle a la privacidad de su casa con la información necesaria para que usted pueda hacer las decisiones este 7 de marzo. Es un gran gusto de presentarles de nuevo al señor José Cocón. Buenos días, José.
Morning, Mr. Manuel.
Y también al señor Rubén Campos, que no es ningún extraño a este escenario. A todos ustedes, muy buenos días.
Buenos días.
¿Cómo se encuentran?
Good morning to you as well.
How are you doing?
It was a very moist morning.
Yes, I know. Foggy this morning, Rubén.
Yes.
Muy bien, gracias, Emanuel. Como siempre, ¿no? madrugar hay que darle gracias a Dios para ver un nuevo día, pero la nublina ya está pero muy pesado, la visualidad es muy corto esta mañana y eso es en todo la parte casi de Belice que indica de que va a ser un día de calor, mucha calor.
Sí, también, pero también es importante, avisarle o darle un poco de consejo a las personas que están en las carreteras que por favor ejerzan máximo cuidado.
Yes. Precisamente, que pongan sus luces, prendan las luces y que manejen con mucha cautela porque y manejen un poco despacio, ¿no? Porque en la mañana la mayoría están deprisa para llegar a donde van a llegar y bueno, es preferible llegar unos minutos tardes que no llegar, así que claro, vamos a ejercer esa cautela como dijo Emmanuel y conducir ese vehículo con cautela porque hay gente caminando en la calle, hay gente haciendo su ejercicio esta mañana y hay que tomar en cuenta a estas personas allá. Exacto. Safety is very important.
How's it coming to you?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say good morning to my brothers over there at BSI. They're clocking in right now. We're up on the grind. We're in the middle late. So
I gather from what I've been told that now you're beginning the north or finishing central. Am I right?
Yes, we're in Ocho Benque.
You're in Ocho Benque, which is north.
Yes, we're in Ocho Benque. We've been there since last week, Saturday. Yes. We started focusing on Ocho Benque. The reception, Mr. Emmanuel, has been overwhelming.
Really?
We have had positive feedback. It's appalling. The people say we are ready. You have our full support. We need a change now. They blatantly tell us just like that. Get ready for that seat. Get the job done. We like to say, of course, thank you to everyone in Ocho Benque who've opened their doors to us, and also the wife of the late. Our former mayor,
Mr. Ignacio
Vega.
Miss Leone.
Good morning, Miss Leone. Yes.
A very, very, very lovely lady. She welcomed us on her porch. We sat there. We spoke for a few minutes, but the words that she gave us helped push us throughout the night. We went late. We went particularly late last night, and all the homes we visited was very, very constructive. We got a lot of constructive criticism, things that we know we can use to move on in the plans that we have for the town. The people in Ocho Benque are not sleeping. The people of Ocho Benque are well educated of the issues that are affecting us here in the town. The people of Ocho Benque want a change, and we're going to deliver it for them with their support. And of course, once again, thank you, Ocho Benque. From day one and up until Victory Day, we have you in our hearts. And when we get in the office, Orange Walk Town will be a better Orange Walk Town because of your support as well.
True, and I'm pretty sure that you also met a dynamic lady that likes, she loves her politics. She has always, I remember Miss Concha.
Miss Concha.
Miss Concha from, I was a young, when we started the UDP. Yes. She's out there with the red and white, and she not go give up, and she's a fighter.
She and her brothers.
Her brothers, right? Yes. That family network there, they have been a lot of guidance to all of us going into the political arena. All of us, they have always told you the truth, have told you where you're falling. They have told you how to get up. They advise you what's happening, and that's campaigning, listening to the people. When you listen to the people, when you get elected, you can better represent them with their needs, because that is the love. As compared to now, the people in Orange Walk are looking for this change to come on March 7th, certainly.
Yes. Y esos son el tipo de relaciones que nos dan ánimo, que nos dan fuerza, que nos dan ánimo para seguir adelante.
Yes, that's right.
Y nos dan fe, o nos dan confianza más bien, confianza en que estamos haciendo lo correcto, ¿okay? Y para seguir adelante. Así que pónganle, ¿cuándo esperan terminar el área? Porque Ocho Benque no es muy grande.
We're anticipating another day. We should be finished on the we are currently on the highway, and we should be finishing off the highway probably within today and tomorrow, and then we're gonna start the process of tracking back visiting those that we didn't catch while they weren't home.
No, Otrobenke has generally been a very pro-red.
Yes, they tell us almost all the homes that we visited mentioned that Otrobenke is a UDP sector. They have our we have their full support. We met them, and of course, one of the gentlemen, Miss Concha's brother, one of their brothers, the older one.
Yes,
I can't really recall his name. Hold me like this. Say, young people nowadays need to at least shake up, and they shake you up now because you need to get in everything. So some very strong, hardworking men.
And they guide you. They are people. They come from most of Otrobenke is family orientated, and they have always been people who have been raising their children in the traditional way.
Yes.
Respect. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you? Por favor. And it doesn't matter if your neighbor, whoever they are, you make sure when you go through that neighborhood, you say good morning, or whatever part of the day it is that you give your respects to the elderly, and so and you can sense that when they are with you, it's coming from their heart.
Yes.
And when they guide you, you may not like what they tell you, but they are guiding you because they are with you, they love you, and they want you to win. So it's good to listen to people who have you at heart and guiding you the right way, because you got many people when you go camping say yes, and they really don't mean it. But people that are guiding you and telling you, like you said, that shake, joven, despierta, hay que poner mucha atención.
Yeah.
This kind of thing really inspires you when you listen to these people who have given birth to the UDP basically in Orange Walk. How does that make you feel as a young UDP candidate to be part of this traditional family?
You're part of a big, successful family that knows that Belize has a lot of potential. These were people who had basically nothing. They gathered their resources together, put a plan together, executed that plan, and now we have a very successful United Democratic Party. And now we are privileged to be part of that team. And they have developed Belize to a point unprecedented.
Now, each area has its own distinct, unique problems.
Yes.
And I know that the lower division in East has such a problem, and the eastern problems in Central are just, unique to those areas. What are some of the problems that the people in?
Some of the issues the neighbors brought up frequently were the speeding on the highway. They were very concerned about the speeding.
I can tell you because I live on Otrobenke Road.
Okay.
Right? And I think that about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't know if anybody would remember, but I made a preach mass about this situation.
Yes, we spoke about it.
Yes.
Sure, yes.
People going 70 miles per hour on the road, no regard whatsoever to the little bumps there. But in fact, you're just hearing the and that's it.
The bump's missing now. Some of the bumps are missing.
So much so that Adela go to mouth. So much so the following day there was an accident on Otrobenke Road.
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's where planning comes in, and Jose coming from BSI, where things have to be put in order. If you have a slip up, things will really go bonked, and that indicates that you have more senior citizens living in Otrobenke. There is a greater need to put pedestrian crossing, not only bumps, but the nice ones that they can walk across to, with proper signs to say you are approaching, you are here, and lighten it up, because the elderly, we have to give them special attention, and especially those who are coming with little kids. You have to lighten up the area. So one of the things that I heard some of our UDP candidates, especially Philip and Jose and the team, speaking about, one of the things that they're going to do for Otrobenke is lighten up Otrobenke. Because some of the areas there, you have the old post, lot of wires, insufficient lighting. So imagine lighting that beautiful boulevard there in Otrobenke, lighting that highway there that the UDP built, and giving respect to the senior citizens there. They are living in Otrobenke will be a great tribute to the people who live there and have inspired the development of Orange Walk.
Probably you've been near the citrus plant down south. At night, that road is very well lit. It's a very beautiful stretch of road. We spoke as a team, and we intend to use that same design, that same format, and light all that area, because we saw it last night. We saw the need for it. You can only solve issues when you see it firsthand. And we are there on the ground. We're meeting with the residents. We're gathering all their advice, all their concerns, and we're compiling them.
Any other problems that the people flooding?
Well, flooding wasn't a real issue they brought up. One of them did mention flooding, more near to the riverside. What they had a lot of issues with were with abandoned lots, going closer to the parks and the riverside. Yeah, there was a prevalence in abandoned lots, and that poses more of a health threat and also security threat.
Thank you. That's exactly where I was going. Heading to.
And that's something that is increasing throughout the town. Actually, there's a lot of abandoned lots that are not being taken care of. We intend to address that issue as well. We a little pilot project that we were considering was that working with a group of young people who have the resources, and probably see how we can contract these lots out just to maintain it until we find the respective owners and see how we can make an agreement. Because we have to, we can't just say we're gonna wait and wait and wait. The issue is gonna grow and it's gonna grow.
I think the law provides for certain actions if you
there are some,
take certain actions.
There are some laws that have provisions for the issue, but we need to be proactive. We need to stop sitting on our hands. We are not we are not a community known to just sit on our hands and let the issues grow and pass by. We are a community of hard workers. We're a community of progressive people, and we need to address, and we will address the issues firsthand.
Well, we're glad to hear. We're glad to hear that, campaigning. That's why they say campaigning is going house to house. And what I would invite the people of Orange Walk to note is that there's a clear difference between the two slates. The UDP team, the candidates personally, are going house to house.
Just not to cut you short, Mr. Ruben. We'd like to, and we are very, very, very happy to say that in the coming week to 2 weeks, we can say that we've walked Orange Walk Town and knocked on every single door.
Well, that's important.
In Orange Walk Town, that's something that previous slates mentioned was a very, very difficult task. Some of them didn't complete fully. We are gonna do it this year. Well, we presented ourselves. We knocked on every door. We hollered at every veranda. We dodged almost all kind of dog we've seen at Orange Walk. But yes.
But that's a learning experience.
Yes, it is
I'm
part
happy
of the experience.
I'm happy to hear that, Jose. But most important, when we make the analysis of who should we vote for on March 7th and why, you vote for people who care for you, who listen to your concerns, who make a plan to develop and put a program for you, not for them. And the difference, as I was going to mention, between both teams is that the other team sends other people to go and campaign and talk for them. Our UDP team, they go personally to visit you, to listen to you, because as we have been mentioning over and over again, this road that is going to be built for development for the municipality of Orange Walk and Sugar City can only happen with a working team. And a working team is like an architect and an engineer. You need to have a plan to develop, and at the end of the day, you will see your end result. Our UDP candidates are going house to house to get the ideas so that when they sit down and put a plan of development, it's going to be your plan, the people's plan, and it's going to be done by your UDP Town Council led by Philip de la Fuente. So the working team, and I'm happy to hear, Jose, that you relate your work site with you because you must have discipline. And yes, discipline means getting the job done. So people of Orange Walk, all Orange Walk, and I'm very happy for the people in Otrobenque that you're visiting there. On March 7th, let's just read it. Read it, X, right next to the red box, and vote for Philip de la Fuente and the UDP councillor candidates. Yes. That's the way to go.
Yes, Mr. Ruben, you hit the nail right on the head. The onus falls upon us as the future town council to get the issues solved, to get it done efficiently. Have a town council that is people oriented, and have a town council that is planning for the future. We want to be the most progressive town council in the country.
Good.
By doing that, we are listening to you all whenever we are at your door. We're listening to you all whenever we meet you on the road, and we take note. Some people say, "What a book there? Why don't they write this down?" Mommy, the campaign they write their notes, and we take that afterwards.
Yes, good.
Right?
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break at this moment when it's exactly 38 minutes after 7, 22 minutes before 8 o'clock. But we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Continue staying in touch with your friends and family with Digicel. From now until the end of January, take advantage of our $2.99 promotion and receive an unbelievable 100 minutes of talk time to BTL and Digicel numbers and 100 texts. You can also activate the plan to call your loved ones abroad in Canada, USA, and Mexico. Receive 50 minutes of talk time and 50 texts for only $2.99. All you need to do is dial star 100 pound to activate. Digicel's $2.99 promotion, now extended through January. The bigger, better network. Digicel.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hallover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of a nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better with water than life.
Digicel made a promise and Digicel delivered. $100,000! $100,000 in prizes. 5 PS4s, 5 55-inch TCL TVs, 5 iPhone 8s, and 5 Note 8s. After much anticipation and over 300,000 entries countrywide. A random selection was made of 5 lucky contestants, but who held the key? Ksenia Ardon was Digicel's lucky winner of the 2018 Wingle 6 4x4. Congratulations to all the winners of Digicel's $100,000 in giveaways. And thank you, DigiFans, for all the continuous support in 2017. Look out for even more from Digicel in 2018.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly 16 minutes before 8 o'clock. Muy buenos días, compañeros. Si nos acaban de sintonizar, un gran gusto saludarles y desearles todo lo mejor para el día de hoy. Recordando de que hoy es lo que tenemos. Hoy, el ahora es lo que tenemos. Utilizarlo correctamente durante el curso del día es lo mejor que uno pueda hacer. Compañeros, como siempre, aquí platicando con el señor Cocom y el señor Rubén Campos. El señor Cocom es un candidato para el concilio de Orange Walk y representando el Partido Unido Democrático. El partido que actualmente está en oposición para el concilio, pero que está en el gobierno para el gobierno central. Pues qué mejor sería, compañeros, qué mejor fuera que tengamos una unión, que tengamos un trabajo, un arreglo, un mejor arreglo, es decir, un gobierno central con un municipio en rojo también. Porque entonces los proyectos florecerían.
Yes. That is correct. And one of the things, Emmanuel, that is important that I get out of listening to Jose and his team and Philip about working. You know, when you work, there are certain tools that you need, and there are three levels. You have tools that you have, tools that your neighbor have or your friend, and you work together, and tools that you don't have that you need to go and find. What is opportune about this campaign is this. The government is going through a budget exercise which will take effect on the 1st of April of this year. The Orange Walk PUP Town Council has not submitted anything, nada for Orange Walk, nothing for Orange Walk. So how can the central government include in their budget, apart from the subvention that the Prime Minister so wholeheartedly gives, that he gives to everybody as the Minister of Finance, but to request the collaboration of central government to get funds for Orange Walk? The Orange Walk Town Council is the only council who has not requested anything. So people of Orange Walk, regardless of which political party you belong to, whoever you may be, once you're a registered voter and you can put that X for the candidates, vote for Philip de la Fuente and his candidates working team. Because after March 7th, when you elect your UDP team, you will hear they will submit a project or projects to the Prime Minister, even if it's at a late hour, for consideration in a new budget for Orange Walk. So it is important that when our candidates are going and listening to you, you know that you have a team that is putting a plan together to develop Orange Walk. That is very important, because you know how many buses leave Orange Walk every morning to go and work in Belize City, Cayo, and to build infrastructure for another municipality, when if we had a caring municipal body and leadership that would go and partner to bring this development, you know how many more people would be working in Orange Walk. And it's people like Jose, who has the skill, experience, and Mandy at BSI with discipline, and Philip the worker, and all the UDP councillors who are a working team. Where will we be going after March 7th? Stop and think about that and reflect on why we go to vote. We go to vote because we want workers, people to work for us, and Philip de la Fuente and the UDP team will do that. So I ask you, join me. I am a registered voter in Orange Walk Central. I will vote from Philip go down the line for the 7 UDP candidates, because I believe this is the best team to work for all Orange Walkenians. If you like me or don't like me, you will still benefit with a UDP team, because the UDP team is looking as a holistic approach to our municipality of Orange Walk.
Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez, Mr. Ruben.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you for doing such a good job. I wanted to direct myself to Mr. Jose Cocom. I want to let him know that I walk around a lot on the streets, and I'm hearing good comments about the UDP team. I hear that they seem to be truly representing the people. People are saying that the team is expressing confidence and a great desire to work hard to make Orange Walk Town a better place to live in. They seem to be projecting that feeling that they are ready to work, that they are committed, and given the opportunity, they will do a good job for this town. I have a few friends that are PUP, and I have spoken to them, and they are saying that they are fed up of the present PUP mayor and his invisible councillors. Because sometimes I ask them, do you know the councillors? They say, no, but I don't know. I only know Kevin, the mayor, but I don't know the rest of the councillors. The rest of the councillors seems to be invisible. So at this point, I will want to say to my good friend, Jose Cocom, continue the good work.
Thank you.
Campaigning.
Thank you very much.
I am sure the people are receiving you well. The good comments I'm hearing, it's telling me that it is the UDP that will take over this town. And I hope that when you do that, that you put that drive and work that you are expressing, because Orange Walk Town really needs a good team there. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much for those kind words. Thank you very much.
And Jose, again, I connect myself with the caller that you are new in the active politics, being up front, and you have so quickly realized the importance of connecting with people when you campaign and listen. And as I told you when you started, it's a learning game, and you have learned so much so quickly because you are a listener. Your team are listeners, and that is what we have to merit you with, and continue to do that, because that is what Orange Walk needs.
Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Just talk into your phone.
The road and progress on San Esteban needs to be fixed on. It's in really bad condition.
Okay.
Okay.
We do understand that, sir. We do know that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carla. We will convey that message to the area representative.
Yeah, you see, I am very glad that caller called, because you see, when you look at Progreso in the San Esteban area, they elected a PUP representative that is not doing anything for them. And caller, I want to invite you, talk to your friends that you know in Orange Walk. that you want to see development for Progreso and San Esteban there with a UDP representative. You don't have to be no party leader like the one you have now. What's the sense of having a party leader that does not work for you? What's the sense of having a municipality group that does not work with you? That is why we are glad that you are watching and listening, because we can hear it on your echo, that we present young people, hardworking people, you know, who have the strength. Look at the strength that Jose has and brings. That's what we want to help you with and work. And we want to build Orange Walk to go and join when all of us elect a UDP representative, which includes San Esteban and Progreso. You see, sometimes we get on the left wing, but now it's time, like you call, because you feel it, you need to be on the right wing now. So you need to be with a group that is going to go and fight and work along with the central government to get these things done. And that can only be done when you put a UDP town council on March 7th.
Okay, well, thank you, Ruben. Jose, I'm sure that you have discussed within the team plans for some sort of expansion of the town.
Yes, we all know Orange Walk is growing at an immense pace. We need to start looking how to provide for the people, for the young people who want to build their homes, who want to start a life, who want to start their families. I'm a young...
El que se casa, casa quiere.
Yeah.
And the one who gets married needs to get a house.
Yeah. I myself we just started our family. I have my wife, I have my son, and we are looking to see that we want to continue to be part of the town, but the town needs to provide for the people who want to develop the town. We need to start looking for ways how we can expand the town. There are various options for us to do that. Working with the central government, we will lobby for opportunity to get the vacant land that is available around the town so that we can develop them and expand the town how we need to see. For example, we have San Lorenzo area right over here. San Lorenzo area has a lot of land surrounding it. Behind Marcos Canal has a lot of land surrounding it. But
That's
who's looking
exactly
after it? It's part of Orange Walk Central. Mr. Manuel, I was born and raised in Orange Walk Central. I saw when they built, I'm not that old, but I saw when they built the sports complex. And I saw when they I actually knew when political season was coming around because I saw the street in front of Muffers College paved. Who's been the area representative for the past 20 some years, Mr. Ruben?
Still hasn't done anything.
It's unfortunate to say that we have someone there who hasn't been providing for us that we need in the sense of expansion, in the sense of development. Orange Walk Town Central needs as well. The East has a representative that is progressive. He's looking around, not only in the town, but also in the vicinity. I saw him the other day. I went to Belize and I saw a factory going up. And I said, look at that, a factory.
Where at?
In Carmelita.
Oh, in Carmelita.
Right.
Okay, all right.
In his constituency.
Yes.
I mean, those are leaders that we want. People that see Orange Walk needs industries, people that see Orange Walk needs development in all forms, and are going for it. Right? Your town council knows, the UDP town council knows that we need to provide an area for young people to develop Orange Walk Town more.
Yes.
We've seen the issues because a lot of young people that we visit are renting. And no one wants to rent their entire lives.
Exactly.
They want to own a piece of land so that they can say, this is mine.
So what you're saying is that the town council is committed to doing a master plan for Orange Walk, or trying to help with the current situation.
The master plan is already drafted.
It's already drafted.
It's already drafted. We just need to get in there, have it signed off, and we're gonna hit the road running. Because we're anticipating a lot of issues, but we're not gonna be.
But then again,
let them overcome us.
Then again, a town council, the town council would be those plans would be better realized or better developed if we had a good central government, a relationship with the central government and the municipal government.
Yes.
You know, because it's one thing for you to have your plans and turns out that somebody else has some other plans. But when you can work together as a party, as a team, central government and municipal government, then this would be the only thing that can happen is that the people benefit.
Yes. We see that the United Democratic Party leadership has at heart the growth of the Belizean man. We need to allow that to manifest in Orange Walk Town, which has been stunted for the past 6 years. For some reason, we have to be held down and pay for the sins of someone else. We should not allow ourselves to be victimized anymore. In fact, we visit everybody. We visit everybody, and a supporter of the PUP mentioned, well, I'll vote for you. Well, I'll vote for you in 3 years' time. My party will get in a government, and then thing will happen. Sir, are you willing to wait 3 more years? If we have the plans and we have a central government, give us that opportunity now. So you can see something now, then wait for 3 more years.
Well, you see, it's good to listen to that kind of thinking, because we know that there's a lot of political education that needs to go out, especially what democracy is all about, what are the benefits of elections, how do we vote correctly on election day, and basically people go to the mass parties to see which best will bring more to the people. Clearly, all the municipalities that have voted for the UDP are seeing growth, development, and whatnot. So this person that asked you the question, obviously, in my mind, needs to see a little bit more light, needs to see a little bit more growth. And why wait for 3 years down the road when it will not happen? Because at the next general election, the way the UDP central government is working will be the government again. The UDP will be the next central government again. So what we need to do, we need to organize ourselves as a community, because when the UDP Town Council is in office and goes to Belmopan to lobby with the central government, everybody wins. UDP, PUP, people in general.
Yep.
Because when you build a road, who walks on that road? Everybody walks on that road. And that is what the UDP is thinking about. And I think a caller and the person that has that thinking, I would like to just invite you. You know, you put your X for Philip De La Fuente and the UDP team, and you will be the happiest person on March 7th at 8 o'clock at night to know that you are part of a new working team that will include you to see your dreams come true actually earlier than waiting for a dream 3 years that may never come, might be an illusion. So I invite you, talk to your people, I mean, if you're in Central where, it has been PUP for a good while, a long while, ask yourself, what have you received in forms of development and activities from your representative? Nothing. And so when you get an opportunity to be part of a team that includes you, not excludes you, includes you, then we must take opportunities, because they knock once. And I am inviting you, vote for Philip De La Fuente and the UDP team, and you will clearly see the difference, and then you will realize that it's best to think about our community and our town and Sugar City and our country than a political party.
Yes.
Because you have been taught about party. You have not been taught about community, people. And the UDP has always been a party for the people. So I invite you to join. Just go over. It's easy. When you take your pen, just look at the red boxes and put Philip De La Fuente on the red X, the red X, and mark it right there. 7 of them. 7 UDP down the line, and you are going to be the happiest person. Believe me.
Okay. Well, let's take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. We'll take a quick break, but we will be right back with you. Vamos a tomar una pausa, compañeros, pero estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of a nasty bucket like before. See, Daddy, life is better with water than life.
Digicel made a promise and Digicel delivered. $100,000! $100,000 in prizes. 5 PS4s, 5 55-inch TCL TVs, 5 iPhone 8s, and 5 Note 8s. After much anticipation and over 300,000 entries countrywide. A random selection was made of 5 lucky contestants, but who held the key? Yesenia Ardon was Digicel's lucky winner of the 2018 Wingle 6 4x4. Congratulations to all the winners of Digicel's $100,000 in giveaways. And thank you, DigiFans, for all the continuous support in 2017. Look out for even more from Digicel in 2018.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community. The same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Fresh in range, colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the washers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, aquí con José Cocom y el señor Rubén Campos, en campaña en realidad para el concilio, las elecciones del concilio aquí en Orange Walk el 7 de marzo. En realidad escasos 41, 42 días hasta entonces. Y compañeros, Orange Walk es el único pueblo, el único municipio que es controlado actualmente por el PUP. Todos los otros municipios en el país de Belice son controlados por el UDP. Hemos estado viendo que en todos los otros municipios hay mucho desarrollo porque tienen el beneficio de poder contactarse al gobierno central y decir, ¿sabes qué? Necesitamos esto, necesitamos el otro. En realidad aquí no hemos visto mucho desarrollo aquí en Orange Walk por una simple razón. Hablando la neta es de que el alcalde había dicho, el de Mr. Kevin Bernard del PUP, había dicho, yo no necesito nada de Dean Barrow. Yo no necesito Dean Barrow, yo no necesito a Gapi Vega, yo no necesito nada de su dinero de esta gente. Pues, en realidad, ¿qué sucedió? Es de que no consiguió, porque él nunca pidió. ¿Okay? Los otros municipios sí pidieron y lograron conseguir mucho desarrollo. Pero entonces, debe un pueblo, compañeros, debe un pueblo ser víctima, todo un pueblo ser víctima, simplemente por los caprichos de un alcalde. Yo me atrevo a decir que no. Yo me atrevo a decir de que todos debemos de granjear, beneficiar y tener, cuando tenemos un alcalde que es responsable por sus palabras, cuando es hombre suficiente y decir, ¿sabes qué? Yo voy a pedir porque el pueblo lo merece, el pueblo necesita este apoyo. Y no voy a poner mi egoísmo y mi capricho delante de todo esto. Porque quien sale perdiendo eres tú. Vamos a otros municipios y vemos como hay mucho desarrollo en los otros municipios. Que están haciendo avenidas, que están haciendo esto, están haciendo el otro. Y se ve tan bonito. Vas a San Ignacio, vas a Belopán, vas a Belice. Pero aquí en Orange Walk no hemos estado viendo eso simplemente porque Kevin y el ataque de PUP dijeron no necesitamos nada de Dean Barrow. Pues estamos pagando por el capricho de este hombre. Yo te invito a que pienses fuera del cajón y que digas, ¿sabes qué? Ya es tiempo que nosotros aquí en Orange Walk empecemos a recibir lo que realmente merecemos, lo que en realidad debe ser nuestro. Un poco de desarrollo, no caprichos políticos. Y decir, yo no necesito a Dean Barrow, sino simplemente decir, yo quiero votar por un partido que sí pueda y tenga contacto con el gobierno central, que podamos beneficiar. Pues de eso se trata. No se trata acerca del beneficio del pueblo. Pero a este punto yo quiero pedirle a José que vaya que nos repita los nombres de todos los candidatos.
Oh, of course. The winning team, the working team. The working team.
Working team.
Mr. Emmanuel, like I mentioned before, I'm very honored to be part of a very dynamic team, a very hardworking team, a team of professionals. You don't have to be one professional as in walk around with a tie or one suitcase. A professional in your field where you know you make an honest living. And that is what we have. a team of professionals that contribute to society.
Mhm.
We have a hard-working leader, a man of his word, a man for the people, Mr. Philip de la Fuente. Everyone in Orange Walk knows Mr. Philip for being someone who stands up, puts his foot down, and is true to his word.
Mhm.
Mr. Philip is someone that when he says we need to get the job done, he goes full force. He's someone who thinks independently.
Mhm.
We have Mr. Armando Usher, one of my fellow co-workers at Delcogen. He's trained in being efficient. He's trained in discipline. He is trained in looking after the safety of your fellow co-workers.
That's important.
Right? We have Mr. Derek Sambala, a man who knows his way around machinery, has experience in work, someone who knows how to roll his sleeves up and get the job done. We have Miss Yara Calviera.
Mhm. I like Yara. I like Yara very much.
She's an educator.
Mhm. Let's take this call
Sure.
quickly. Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Buenos dias.
My name is Mr. Martinez.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Campos and Mr. Cocom.
Good
morning, my brother. Good morning, morning.
Ruben,
Morning, sir.
I got one problem, a big one. No one, a big one. I only know 3 and a UDP candidate there where I could point out. I only see the rest there right there, so like what you see, Mr. Cocom. But personally, I don't know them. I want to know them now.
Yes, we will.
I want to see them personally.
You're there on the list, sir. You're there on the list.
The promise them I come hear me. I not see them at all. I know Mr. Sambola Toati. I know Mr. Williams. Well, Mr. De La Fuente. Well, I'm very much acquainted with him. But there are 4 I don't know them, and I really want to see them. You know, I want to see them just to know them personal, because you know when I go there, and not only me, you know, that 5 more where they carry along with me to vote for them, and they don't know them, they want to know them. You know what I mean?
Can I interject?
Just make I see them relying, you know what I mean? I see them on the TV, but I want to see them personally. You know what I mean?
May I interject? May I interject, sir? Can you maybe this week?
No, well, actually the plan is that we had to finish the areas, and then we have scheduled to visit all the houses that we have not visited as yet. Belize Road is on that list.
Yes, I promise that I'm going to come and say the Deputy Prime Minister supposed to come up the road along with them where they might give and visit them. I say, well, you know what I mean? I mean, I got to see the whole code, you know what I mean?
Yes, definitely. We
I want to see them because I want to know them here.
We know.
Talk more about them.
Yes,
sir. I am.
I could talk very well.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. You will get to know them.
Yes, we will.
Very shortly too. Thank you. Yes.
Mr. Cocom and Mr. Campos. Have a nice day.
You too. Now, all the best to you.
Be victorious.
Yes, sir.
At the day the Belizean people, no split, no vote, 7 right down the line, 7 in the whole entire country, I believe. You know what I mean? Make the send PUP down for rest.
Thank you, sir.
You know what I mean? I say to them, but you know, if I take $690 and 60 cents, I mean, what will happen to me? We don't want to continue the next day there. Okay, bye.
Okay, sir. Have a good day.
You see I appreciate the caller comments. That is the importance of going house to house.
Yes.
That's what you're doing.
Yes.
And what is even more important, that you notice he's asking for the UDP. He wants to vote for the UDP, want to know. But imagine those who are presently elected that the people don't even know who they elected. Where are they? They don't even know who they, and people need to ask for them because they don't know them, they don't know they exist. And that is why we must applaud the UDP team listening to good advice, and people saying, look, we want to vote for you, we want to see you, we want to get to know you, with a family. And this is the important thing of going house to house. Lo importante es ya visitar a la gente, hablar con ellos y también mandar mensajes como el señor ha hecho. El señor indica que él va a votar para los 7 candidatos del UDP, pero también quiere conocerlos. Eso es muy bueno porque está dando una indicación de que esa persona ni conoce a los que están allá actualmente. Y si no los conoce, no puede hablar de ellos. Y porque no tiene la importancia de amar a Orange Walk y a Sugar City. Pero sí, el equipo de Philip de la Fuente, UDP, se han comprometido de ir a visitar a la gente. Y cuando hay gente que quiere ver y hay una llamadita, con gusto van a ir a ver, porque el equipo UDP, encabezado por Philip de la Fuente, es un equipo que quiere esa relación con la comunidad, porque cuando sean elegidos el 7 de marzo con su voto, va a haber un nuevo cambio aquí en Orange Walk para un gran mejoramiento para todos.
Yeah, just to add to that, Mr. Ruben, just to let the colorists at ease, and also for those who feel that we forgot them, we haven't. The goal of this campaign, along with getting all the information that we need and reaching out to the people, is to reach to every door front, reach to every gate, and make sure that we've met every single family. We know that there are some sections in the different constituencies that we haven't covered completely, and as we finish Ocho Benke, because we have to do it systematically, we can't be jumping all over the place haphazardly, and then we won't be as efficient as we want to be. So we have a schedule, we're trying to keep with the schedule, and we know, and we already are making arrangements to go back and visit everyone that wasn't met. Now, Mr. Brewer, right?
Yes.
I believe Mr. Brewer.
Yes.
Mr. Brewer, Mr. Philip said personally, all I would jump in and I pick up back and when they go to their house. We know you don't invite me more than once. We thank you for that invitation, and we will be going there.
Make sure you carry your flag. He want your flag, you know. If you don't have one already.
I think you don't have one.
And then invite more people to call, and if you would like to meet them personally, you know, because, and this is what this is what this show is all about, for you to get to know the candidates personally, for them to be able to talk.
Yes, we
talk and to say what their plans are but also, you know, talk in general, because everything is revealing about their character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We very much appreciate the one-on-one interaction. We like meeting people. We like listening to their concerns. But getting back to the candidates, Mr. Emmanuel, we were at Miss Yara. Miss Yara is an educator, a very well-accomplished educator. She just finished her internship. She will be receiving her bachelor's degree. Man, a woman that's very strong. She's a single-parent mother. I know what it's like.
Have her on the screen now. Okay.
I know what it's like living in a single-parent household with a matriarch.
You can see her on the screen.
I can relate to her struggles because my mom went through the same struggles raising me and my 2 little brothers. We have Ivan. Ivan is very tech savvy.
Okay.
He's very well with networking and communications and technology on a whole. He's a breath of fresh air when it comes to taking a system out of the archaic ways of writing and logging manually. He comes with a way that we can systematically gather data, analyze it, and then put priorities for the tongue. I mean, this is the things that we need to start thinking. We need to start thinking systematically, using the scientific method to get the jobs done. Right?
Exactly. Right.
We have our leader here, Mr. Philip. We have Mande. We have Derek. We have Yara. We have Ajesha. Ajesha is a student. She currently has the ambition to further along in, I believe it's psychology. When you deal with psychology, you deal with people, right?
The way people think.
The way people think, the needs of people. She has that drive to interact with everyone. She's not someone to be very she's more gregarious than the crowd. So we would very much like for us to expose ourselves more to the general public. We have a lot of events being planned so that people can meet us more. We're extending invitation for all of our events, which later on we'll be sharing that. we just like meeting the people. We appreciate it. We enjoy it. We are just fond of meeting Orange Walk Kenyans.
Do you have sample ballots as we speak?
We have sample. I believe there's where there's a sample of the sample ballot.
Sample of the sample ballot. Because I have a message here. It says council should be walking with a ballot sample, with a sample ballot for people to see.
Well, as he said, a copy of the sample, because the sample ballot cannot come out officially until after nomination day. Because after, if somebody, unless they are officially nominated, then it's not an official sample. But I understand the query, but I am pretty sure our technician Rahim will show right now the candidates. Rahim, there you go. There's a sample of the projected.
That's what the person means.
You can see the candidates there.
A sample. So it says the Ultrabenke family is always with the UDP.
Well, we thank you very much, Ultrabenke. You've been very, very, very welcoming.
Close to your heart.
Yes, it. I have an extended family in Trail Farm. When I mentioned my family background to them, they say, "Oh yes, man, we know it. Everybody over this side of family." So I like that. I enjoy the fact that we know each other by extension. However, a serious issue that we see developing are that young people are being being led astray. We just mentioned it throughout the break. Some young people that were being taken advantage in the past. It's alarming, Mr. Emmanuel, because I'm a young person. The people that you described to me were of my generation, and I would not like to see my peers going down that path. And it's shame on the people who call themselves leaders to be taking advantage of those people. If you're a leader, the hallmark of a leader is to develop your peers. You're not a leader until you've seen development in the people around you. Any leader can spend millions of dollars building a road, building a building, building any type of infrastructure. But if you're not building the people, you're not a leader. I'm very, very fortunate to be around real leaders like Mr. Philip de la Fuente and real leaders like where I work. Because where I work, they appreciate the human factor. I plan to bring that across to the town council because I know what it is to be hardworking. I know what it is to be appreciated. Orange Walk Kenyans are hardworking and they want to be appreciated. How can they be shown that they are appreciated? Providing for them the things that they need to develop themselves. We are leaders, Orange Walk. Every single person on this UDP team are leaders in our own right. We look for the benefit of the fellow Orange Walk Kenyan. And if you will take anything from this discussion this morning, please appreciate the fact that we want you to be a better person, and we are willing to give our skills, our unity, our cohesion with central government to get that job done. So please, on election day, especially the young people, the rhetoric of the youths are the future is not something that you should have embedded in your mind. The youths are now. The youths just need that one little push to get the job done. I plan to work with whatever youth group. We have the youth group, the YPF. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to reach out to them as effective as I want them to be. But imagine, Mr. Emmanuel, having a youthful community that are being exposed to NGOs or that are being exposed to scholarship opportunities, are being exposed to development opportunities. Once you have a centralized youth population that know that I work more than just $50 or I work more than just the traditional voting of the family, Orange Walk will be going far. The youths are independent thinkers. This UDP team represents the independent thinkers. We have a leader that is an independent thinker. We have candidates who are independent thinkers. We're looking after the independent thinkers because the independent thinkers and the independent voters are the ones that now decide elections.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's a fact.
Yeah, it's a known fact that we have to appreciate much more our young citizens. And the young citizens of today are in very much the heart of the UDP. If you look at the programs under the United Democratic Party government in terms of partnering with the PUC to create programs of technological advancements, when you hear one of our local guys like Luis Aguilar, a young fellow that we had at SCRS, like my son, like my family, going all the way to Barbados, developing apps and things and such, being recognized by the country by becoming involved in a youth program to develop that intelligence, that creativity, and that will continue at the local level, as Jose has said, because a base will be set forth where these people can come and interact and share with one another. Orange Walk and the rest of the country is filled with brilliant, extremely intelligent and capable young people, and we have to put programs in place to be able to do that. And you need leadership, as Jose mentioned, people that will look at independent ideas and collectively put them together to move forward, to build this new highway that goes to higher levels. And not only that, you spoke earlier, Jose, about the expansion of the municipality. And we have always been calling Orange Walk Sugar City. We need to have that mentality that although we are called Orange Walk Town, we merit the development of a city, just like Belmopan or Belize City. We merit that because we are a hard-working people. And only with a hard-working team led by Philip de la Fuente can we lay this foundation and move forward as one united people, unidos, jamás seremos vencidos, porque lucharemos para un mejor Orange Walk y una comunidad. El 7 de marzo, les pido por favor, salgan a votar para los candidatos del UDP, Philip de la Fuente para alcalde y los 6 miembros que están para concilio al lado del cuadrito rojo, son 7X al lado de los 7 cuadritos rojos, X, 7X, y vamos a unirnos para una victoria que será para todos nosotros.
Muy bien, gracias. Cuando son las 8:29, casi las 8:30, vamos a tomar una pausa y luego entonces regresaremos para el último segmento, compañeros. Así que no se vayan, vamos a esta pausa rápidamente.
Continue staying in touch with your friends and family with Digicel. From now until the end of January, take advantage of our $2.99 promotion and receive an unbelievable 100 minutes of talk time to BTL and Digicel numbers and 100 texts. You can also activate the plan to call your loved ones abroad in Canada, USA, and Mexico. Receive 50 minutes of talk time and 50 texts for only $2.99. All you need to do is dial *100# to activate. Digicel's $2.99 promotion, now extended through January.
The bigger, better network. Digicel. The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. and much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macal River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Rosfrans, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Rosfrans.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the town of Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the Tongue Tucker. We have a lot of the youths there where they come out and want to play ball the same way. And this just a put up on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new court because it's so official and it's something new to PG, in a whole.
I have to thank the government of Belize because then they look out for PG,
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Hoy, el 23 de enero, y estamos con el señor José Cocom y con el señor Rubén Campos. El señor José Cocom es uno de los candidatos para el concilio en las elecciones que vienen el 7 de marzo, y él está representando es parte de un equipo que representa el Partido Unido Democrático. ¿Okay? Aquí hemos estado hablando acerca de las razones por qué votar para el Partido Unido Democrático, para el UDP. Porque en realidad ya van dos periodos creo, sí, dos periodos de 3 años, donde hemos tenido un concilio PUP aquí en Orange Walk, que ha dicho abiertamente, no necesito a Dean Barrow, no necesito el dinero de Dean Barrow. Y por consecuencia, compañeros, todo el pueblo ha sufrido ese capricho, por ese capricho. El pueblo lo ha sufrido, porque en realidad hemos estado viendo otros municipios desarrollar fuertemente, pero Orange Walk no logra conseguir nada, simplemente porque el Kevin Bernard dijo, no necesito nada de ellos. Es un capricho. En realidad es un capricho tonto, porque en realidad la gente son los que pierden, somos los que perdemos, la gente, el pueblo es el que pierde. Y quiero que tú te des cuenta de esto, quiero que tú que me escuchas o que me ves, te des cuenta de esto, porque en realidad, qué diferente fuera, piénsalo, qué diferente fuera si tuviéramos un concilio rojo, con un partido, con un gobierno central rojo, que podamos trabajar juntos, donde podamos tener las puertas abiertas para el desarrollo aquí en Orange Walk. Pero eso toma que tú te des cuenta de eso y toma que tú votes para el Partido Rojo. Y te invito a que lo consideres y que lo hagas. Aquí tenemos una persona muy inteligente, el señor José Cocop, que trabaja en BSI Belcojet. BSI, yeah. ¿Ok? Y que está ofreciéndose para trabajar para el desarrollo del pueblo. Una de las personas que está muy consciente de las necesidades de la gente, que han estado caminando por las calles, platicando con la gente y averiguando qué son las necesidades de la gente. Le han dado una bienvenida preciosa, y muchas gracias por eso, pero también les quiero decir de que tengan confianza en él, en todo el equipo, empezando con Philip de la Fuente y con los 6 otros candidatos, porque ellos representan un cambio. El cambio, y también votar por ellos representa un nuevo Orange Walk, porque entonces vamos a tener una conexión directa con el partido central, con el gobierno central, perdón, para poder traer más desarrollo a Orange Walk.
Yes, we plan to be the most effective town council by bridging that gap between local government and central government. We want to use all resources that are available that is deserving of Orange Walk Town to get Orange Walk Kenyans into the position that we want to be in. We don't want to be the town council that everyone says, oh, forget that one. Or, oh, that one just doesn't get finished share. We deserve a fair share, but it's only going to be accomplished by having a local town council, a local government, UDP town council.
Working in unison.
Working in harmonious unison with a central government. When we had our when you had our presentation or our convention at front of Banquitas, the Prime Minister came and gave a very very positive, a motivating and very positive speech. He also cemented the pledge that Mr. Philip de la Fuente will deliver on his bus terminal. We will deliver on all the issues that we want to serve.
Okay.
And we just want everyone in Orange Walk to know that we're not going around promising the skies here on earth. We are promising, we're planning, presenting our plans that are very practical, things that can be accomplished in 3 years. We know that the goals that we make are things that are based on the needs of Orange Walk Kenyans, and we know that getting the support from central government that is due to Orange Walk Kenyans will be fruitful.
Well, you know that is great, because Orange Walk, I want to let you know that change is coming to Orange Walk. Change is coming to Orange Walk on March 7th. We invite you to join the majority of the people of Orange Walk to welcome the change for more progress here in Sugar City. On March 7th, you vote for Philip de la Fuente for the mayor, and then you vote for the 6 UDP councillor candidates. That's 7 X's you will put right next to the little red square boxes. There are 7 red square boxes. You put your X next to each one of them. There are 7 of them, starting with Philip de la Fuente, and you will be voting for this change that we so need in Orange Walk. Change is coming to Orange Walk with Philip de la Fuente and his UDP team. All of us love Orange Walk. All of us love Sugar City. And so we invite you to be part of the team that will make the change for positivity and a new direction for Orange Walk. It is important that we reach out to one another and let them know Orange Walk is one family, and one family that loves Orange Walk. And we want to build this road, go on this highway together where we walk every day, holding hands, uniting for this change that is coming to Orange Walk. And the change is coming with the new mayor on March 7th, which will be Philip de la Fuente, and the UDP team, the working team for you, for me, for Alawi. So let us come together on March 7th, go happily and vote. You don't need no shot. If you got shot, fine. If not, you just go the way you are as a citizen and express yourself that you want to be part of this change that is moving forward so that Orange Walk can shine with the rest of the other municipalities in this country, and know that you have a Prime Minister in the Right Honorable Dean Barrow who will work hand in hand with a UDP Town Council to ensure that we grow and get what we need to do for the people of Orange Walk. Vote UDP 7 on March 7.
Oh, thank you very much, thank you very much. Llegamos a, todavía nos hace falta como 17 minutos para las 9 de la mañana. Compañeros, aquí haciendo campaña para el equipo del UDP, 7 candidatos bajo el liderazgo del señor Philip de la Fuente. Ahora quiero platicar tantito acerca de Philip. Philip ya tiene experiencia siendo un alcalde anterior. Philip es reconocido como un alcalde trabajador. Y hubo un tiempo cuando Philip hace el año pasado, cuando recién había hecho la decisión de correr de nuevo para el Partido Unido Democrático, hubo una cantidad de plática con ciertas personas que no, que Philip esto y que el otro, que el otro y que el otro. Y yo me atrevo a decir, compañeros, de que ahorita Philip está puesto para ganar la posición de alcalde. Tanto así porque la gente ya cree más en Philip. Porque ya reconocen que todos tenemos el derecho de cambiar nuestra mente. Y lo importante es de que ha regresado al Partido Unido Democrático, porque sabe que es dentro de este partido que puede el pueblo beneficiar. No solo unos cuantos, sino todo el pueblo beneficiar. Y teniendo una persona como Philip, que es trabajador, que es una persona que no le importa nada subirse sobre un tractor, ir a cortar zacate en el césped en un parque, o ir a recoger basura al otro lado. Es ese tipo de persona humilde, trabajador, que necesitamos para este pueblo. Y entonces los otros 6 candidatos que hemos estado tomando tiempo para traerlos a ellos, a ustedes, a través de esta estación, a través de este programa, para que los logren conocer mejor. Y hemos visto personas de alto profesionalismo, preparados, ¿ok? Personas profesionales, y no solo profesionales, pero personas también humildes, personas trabajadoras. Me recuerdo muy bien cuando Yara la presentaron, a Yara Cal, y algo que me impresionó mucho, me dijo, ¿sabes qué? Yo trabajé desde muy chamaca haciendo empanadas con mi papá. Pero es a través de eso que logré educar a mis hijos. No fue a robarle a nada a nadie, no fue a chancear nada a nadie, es con trabajo arduo. Y ese es el tipo de persona que queremos, compañeros. Ese tipo de persona que pueda identificarse con otras mujeres que son madres solteras, que pueda entonces servir como una fuente de información y de apoyo para otras personas. Ese tipo de persona que cuando los quieres hablar, que no, que él trabaja en Belice, que él trabaja en, ¿cómo se llama? Que él trabaja en tal y tal lugar. Y simplemente de vez en cuando los ves a este grupo actual que está en posición, porque no tienen el interés del pueblo en su corazón. No, queremos cambiar eso y necesitamos cambiar eso.
To add to that, Mr. Manuel, someone also brought up while we were on the campaign trail, we don't just doing this for the money. We don't just want the because everybody like the for the piece of the pie. I know it's not a very touchy subject, but I would just like the Orange Volcanoes to be aware. The manifesto isn't out yet as yet. It's being published. Part of our plan as your town council, we have already planned to take whatever portion of whatever stipend we receive and put it towards developing a trust or developing a grant for scholarships. Not only for scholarships, but for also for seed money for prospective entrepreneurs who have a very practical plan, who just need a little support, that little leverage.
That little push.
That little leverage to start something. All of us have our respective jobs, are already living. We're surviving already. We're not in there for the personal gain. Whatever we will receive will be put to a more useful application. All of our talents and all of our resources will be put for a useful application. Things that are effective for the town. We are a team of young people with a dynamic leader that think efficiently, we think effectively, and we think for the safety of Orange Volcanoes. We think for the Orange Volcano that feels that they've been victimized, feels that they've been abandoned. We are the team that's gonna work for you because we know what it feels like to be in that position. I know what it feels like to have opportunities for me taken because I'm not of the more prominent families. I come from a family of a hard-working mother. My mother took the sacrifices to get us where we are now. That was an inspiration to us, and there's a lot of single-parent mothers who do the same for their children, and fathers that do the same for their children as well, because they're not only single-parent mothers, they're single-parent fathers, single parents on a whole. But also there's the youth that need to realize that people sacrifice for them, but people look out for the best interest of them. This town council will look out for the best interest of the youths of Orange Walk Town, the youths who are aware of the situations that affect them, and those that are not aware, we plan to educate them on the real issues that affect their lives all the time. The fact that we have a young candidate on the team shows that the team is aware, represents all facets of life in Orange Walk Town. Put it as that. We have Mr. Derek and we have Ajay. That culmination of generations will be represented because we have those who are looking after the seniors and those looking after the youths, and a leader that has no preference for whatever generation, looks at everyone equal, right? The way Mr. Philip thinks, the way that your team thinks, we look at the priorities. That's why when we visit you at your homes, we ask you, what are the things that affect you now? When we're there, we're taking note of the things that affect you now, and we're prioritizing. We're modifying our plan as it goes along, because your plan needs to be a living plan that's going to be able to be modified so that it can be effectively implemented and carried out.
Muy bien dicho.
You can. I speak like that a lot, Mr. Emmanuel, because I work in that environment. You need to be as movable, as amenable as you can, so that you can address the problems head on. We are very fortunate enough to have people who are troubleshooters. We're very fortunate enough people who are disciplined. We're fortunate enough to have people who are people.
It's glad to hear your natural personality come through, Jose. Honesty on who you are and where you come from is very important for the voters to know where they should vote and who you should vote for. And you are very frank to the people as you are to yourself, and respect your mother, and how the trials and tribulations that you had to go through to achieve and reach where you are, and that was a youth challenge that you overcame, and you share it with the people of Orange Walk and those who are listening and viewing, because it's important to know that to be able to grow up and develop a community, you must first know your community, understand your community, and be part of your community proactively to ensure that you give growth for the future. In other words, you lay a foundation now. Future is tomorrow, but today you have to lay the foundation. And the foundation you lay is one of recognition. The foundation is one of respect, mutual respect. And the other building block to that foundation is the ability to listen to good advice and then put that to good use in your development plan. And your house-to-house campaign, as you go, you will understand that it's not only running for a position, but being able to take that position to work for those who are giving you those ideas, to work for those who want to be part of the building blocks for a better and brighter Orange Walk starting on March 7th. So it's very important for your honesty, for people to get to know who you are, to get to know who are our UDP candidates. And more viewers, you will note that when our candidates talk to you, they're not scripted. They talk to you just like how you talk to them. You know, anyone could write a Lee Fancy speech for make them read, but when it comes from the heart, and it comes from the mind and the soul, and they tell you exactly how they feel about you and what they intend to do for you, that should be a motivation in itself for you to understand that on March 7th, we vote for a working team to get the work done. The work can only be done with a working team. And the leader for the working team is Philip De La Fuente. Philip De La Fuente for mayor, and your UDP councillor candidates for a 7 UDP town council here in Orange Walk will be a foundation that you will be very proud of and be a part of. And it's going to take Orange Walk to heights that you have never dreamt before, because you are included and you are going to be part of that block that is moving towards the sky for growth for all the people of Orange Walk.
We have scarcely 5 minutes left on the show, so I'd like at this moment to just quickly do a little recap and ask Jose to give us talk to us more about what we can see in the future for coming from Jose Cocom.
Mr. Emmanuel, like I mentioned, I'm a person who works with quality control. I work with problem solving. I work with looking at the finer details to get the issues solved. I like analyzing data. I like gathering, extrapolating whatever I could from it. But that is my contribution to the team. The team is so highly unison. The team is so highly compacted with rich talent of all facets of life that you're getting the full package with this UDP team. You have a great leader, you have public servant, you have hard-working men, efficiently working thoughts, and a youth that brings the ambition for looking after the betterment of their fellow people. I'm Jose Antonio Cocom. I'm 26 years old. I come from a single-parent family. I was born and raised in Orange Walk, Uniontown. I'm a third-generation BSI employee. I'm proud to say that. And I know what it's like to be raised in a humble family. I ask you for support on my behalf, on behalf of the UDP team, because we're people of Orange Walk working for Orange Walkenians, because we see the needs that can be accomplished, plans that are practical, and things that can be done within 3 years. Whenever we are campaigning, that is the motto we carry on our shoulders. Things that can be done in 3 years. We're not looking to throw the stone for at the end of 3 years. We're setting the groundwork to take Orange Walk into the future. Every good road, like Mr. Ruben mentions, every good building, every good mind has a solid foundation. We want to provide that for you. Orange Walk, Belize on a whole. This generation will be the decisive generation to take Belize into the future, to take Orange Walk into the future. We have the talent, we have the skills, we have the will, and most of all, we have you at heart. On March 7th, kindly give us your support. It will be well worth it. So with that, Mr. Emmanuel, we'd like to say thanks to everybody who tuned in today.
Thanks to you, Jose. Thanks to you, Ruben. Ruben, your parting words.
Just one more thing, Mr. Ruben. Sorry.
Go ahead.
You're the man of the hour.
I can't leave without saying good morning to my family, Miss Michelle Trejo, my mother, my beautiful wife, our awesome son, Dimitri, and of course my brothers at BSI. The guys who always tell me every day, Joe, we need a factory man that are town council because we need our voices heard as well.
Thank you.
I reach out to the middle class of Orange Walk Town. This town council will develop an optimum working middle class that is essential for the growth of a local economy. So with that, your working team has that in mind as well.
Great. Ruben.
Thank you, Jose. That's great. I just want to echo your sentiments in inviting the people of Orange Walk to understand with me that in life we all go through difficulties, but we can be one who will sit down, think about the difficulties, and make others do things for us. But in this life, we have to learn that if we want things to be done, we have to do it for ourselves. We have to get up and meet the challenge and ensure that we find solution to the problem. Orange Walk, change is coming to Orange Walk. It can only happen on March 7th if you and me and all of us commit ourselves to do our parts. We cannot have someone else do it for us. We must show the people of Orange Walk that we love Orange Walk. We want to move Orange Walk forward. We want to bring back that eternal love to all the people of Orange Walk. And we ask you to vote for Philip De La Fuente and our UDP team. 7 UDP down the line. And remember, you are voting for Orange Walk. You will be voting for a foundation for you, for me, for our children and our grandchildren. So we need to stop for a little while and take just conscience thinking. Problems will always be there, but unless we get people who are problem solvers, solution focused, we will be where we are. It's better for you to laugh of something that you created than to be otherwise for something that you did not partake. So on March 7th, let us all go together as Orange Walkeños and vote for Philip De La Fuente. Vote UDP 7 down the line for the love of Orange Walk and for the love of our people.
Muchas gracias, Rubén. Muchas gracias. También quiero agradecerle al equipo detrás de los controles, a todos los muchachos ahí que no los ves, pero que son importantes porque están trabajando en lo que se trata la producción de este show. Compañeros, muchas gracias. Y también le quiero dar las gracias a ustedes, la audiencia, que fielmente nos sintonía y que nos mantiene en sintonía. Muchas gracias a todas las personas que han participado llamando, enviando textos. También muchas gracias. Compañeros, nada más nos queda decir que este show se repite a las 9 por la noche y que también de todas formas estaremos con ustedes de vuelta mañana miércoles a la misma hora. Compañeros, cuídense mucho. Son las 9:01 y cuídense mucho y nos vemos entre poco. Hasta luego.